You're walking through the world, but what you see isn't always what's in front of you. A glance, a phrase, a moment that seems ordinary to everyone else. Yet to you it unfolds like a symbol, a metaphor, a message. If you're an INFJ, INTJ, INFP, or INTP, this isn't just imagination, it's the language your mind speaks. For some people, reality is literal. For you, it's layered. Have you ever paused in the middle of a moment and thought, wait, this means something? Let's start with Ava, the INFJ. She's having coffee with a friend, nodding politely. But her mind is somewhere else. That comment just now wasn't just about work. It was a mirror of a deeper pattern she's been sensing. Not consciously, at first, but now it's clear. Introverted intuition, NI, is always listening. Not to what's said, but to what it means beneath the surface. It gathers fragments, memories, patterns, moods, and weaves them into a vision, a narrative, a thread of meaning hiding in plain sight. To others, she may seem distracted, but really she's seeing the web behind the moment, a storyline no one else knows they're part of. And yet, part of her wonders, am I reading too much into it? That's her extroverted feeling, FE, trying to stay connected, trying to match her inner vision to the emotional reality around her. But when the TI inside asks if the pattern is logically sound, and the SE whispers she's missing what's right in front of her, the tension reminds her the symbol is powerful, but it's not the whole picture. Ever felt like you were decoding a dream in real time? That's the INFJ mind at work. Then there's Noah, the INTJ. He sees structures, systems, chains of consequence, a political shift, a market trend, a sudden change in behavior. To him, it's not noise, it's data. But not in a cold, detached sense. His introverted intuition, NI, doesn't just collect facts, it assembles models. His extroverted thinking, TE, refines them into strategies. Where others see chaos, he sees design. And behind that design, purpose. To him, a single symbolic event, a collapse, a reaction, a breakthrough, isn't random. It's a signal, a piece of the plan taking form. While others react, he prepares. Because his relationship with the abstract isn't passive, it's predictive. Still, even Noah has moments of doubt. His quiet FI filters each decision. Does this align with what truly matters to me? And when the SE inferior gets overwhelmed by the flood of sensory detail, he remembers the model is a map, but the terrain still moves. Do you ever feel like you saw it coming, and now you're just watching the pieces fall into place? Now meet Iris, the INFP. She walks through a forest trail at dusk. A single leaf falls, and her heart swells with quiet emotion. It's not just a leaf, it's a goodbye, a memory, a symbol of letting go. Her introverted feeling, FI, doesn't interpret things intellectually. It feels them into meaning. And her extroverted intuition, NE, dances around those meanings, spinning metaphors from the wind, the light, the silence. To others, it may seem sentimental. To her, it's sacred. Each image, each song lyric, each subtle gesture, a carrier of something deeper. And sometimes that moment feels familiar. That's her SI quietly surfacing, a whisper of an emotional echo she's lived before. But when meaning floods too fast and decisions get stuck in emotional fog, She feels the absence of her T, the drive to act, structure, conclude. Still, she trusts the symbol, because for her, beauty and truth are inseparable. Ever had a simple moment hit you so hard it stayed with you for years? That's the INFP world. Finally, we meet Theo, the INTP. To him, symbols are tools, not emotional markers, but conceptual ones. He's building a framework, an abstract theory to explain why systems fail, why people behave the way they do, why truth always seems just out of reach. And the metaphor helps. It's not a decoration, it's precision. His mind, led by introverted thinking, TI, demands internal clarity. But it's extroverted intuition, NE, that generates the symbolic scaffolding, bridging logic and imagination. A black hole becomes a metaphor for obsession, a tangled wire, a model of cognitive dissonance. The symbol makes the complex click. And SI holds the data points, past examples, inconsistencies, forming the backbone of comparison. But when he tries to share his vision, he meets the friction of extroverted feeling inferior, FE, the challenge of translating complex ideas into human connection. Still, in solitude, the system breathes, and for a moment, everything makes sense. Ever stayed up at night just to perfect a theory no one else will see? That's the INTP code. Each of these types shares something vital, a deep intimacy with the abstract, but for very different reasons. INFJs live through NI, FE. Symbolic perception meets emotional resonance. INTJs navigate via NI, TE. Abstract vision meets strategic execution. INFPs breathe FI, NE. Inner values meet creative association. INTPs explore with TI, NE. Precise logic meets expansive curiosity. In all cases, abstraction isn't escape. It's structure. It's insight. It's the only way to tell the truth when the literal falls short. But abstraction has a cost. It can pull us away from the concrete, from presence, from connection. INFJs may become trapped in symbolic overinterpretation, missing what's actually being said. INTJs may mistake the model for reality, failing to see when the data no longer fits the map. INFPs might drown in meaning, turning every experience into metaphor. INTPs may stay stuck in analysis, refining a perfect conceptual model while life passes them by. So the key isn't to abandon the abstract. It's to anchor it, to apply it, to let the symbol point you toward action, emotion, connection. What if the gift you thought was a burden was actually your bridge to the world? Maybe you see things others don't. Maybe you speak a symbolic language they'll never fully understand. But that doesn't make you distant. It makes you a translator. A bridge between the visible and the invisible. Between what is and what means something. You don't need to shut that gift down. You just need to let it land. So I'll ask you this. What's one symbol you've never been able to forget? A moment, an image, a pattern that stayed with you because it meant something more. Share it in the comments. Your metaphor might just be the mirror someone else has been searching for. And if this resonated with you, stay close. In episode 6, we'll explore what happens when your depth becomes too much for the world around you. Thanks for watching. See you on the next episode.